Alright, so hey, what's going on, missionaries? So we're going to talk about Aries. Alright, Aries. So I add the cusp of Aries towards cusp. So I have my Aries towards cusp. So Aries has the affirmation I am. Aries has the affirmation I am. And so it's March 20th to April 21st. Some people say it's also the 22nd, but some say the 21st. Planet ruled is Mars. They're the god of war, sexual power, activity. Sexual power, and one of the keywords is activity. Your sense of I am. The first 30 degrees in astrology. Their element is fire. The aspect is detrimented. I mean, it's on a low, it's on a negative. And when an Aries is in Venus, so let's say your Venus is in Aries, it's in detriment. It's exalted when it's in your sun sign, like mine is, and it falls when it's in Saturn. So that means it has challenges. It can overcome, but it has challenges because Saturn kind of puts a strain or it restricts Aries. Modality, meaning a sense of the way of doing things, as cardinal, meaning they start stuff. April 20th to the 21st, or even the 22nd, is the cusp of Aries. The Aries towards cusp, not towards Aries cusp, but Aries towards cusp. Because after around the Taurus, and around the 22nd, you're about a Taurus Aries cusp, because you have more Taurus in your chart. You're facing more. You're getting in deeper in the degrees of Aries. I mean Taurus. Excuse me. They beat time, or their detriment, Saturn, because Saturn is the timekeeper, with their obsessive, aggressive attitude and nature towards a goal. So that's how they get most things accomplished, to be quite honest with you. Their characteristics are they're independent, fearless, generous, direct, optimistic, deep sense of justice, meaning like and on the negative side, that means they like to play Captain Save-A-Ho, natural leader, courageous. The weaknesses that we can be moody. It is true, we can be moody. Like, we can swing up and down, because when you're impatient or you have a lot of fire within you, it doesn't mean it's large all the time. So like a fire can go up and down per se. Short-tempered. I ain't gonna hold you, I am. Thank God for my moon in Capricorn. Self-involved or absorbed. One of my clients, my Capricorn clients and friends, just told me that. I ain't gonna hold you. Meaning I mention I a lot. Impulsive, very much true. Impatient. I'm extremely impatient. Forceful and inconsistent. And that goes back to the sign being cardinal. Rules, the first house. Birth in the springtime, meaning we start shit again. This is gonna be called the What the Fuck series, or Who the Fuck series. So who the fuck is this such and such zodiac sign? Aries through Pisces. So Aries being the first, Pisces being the last. Everything about this sign in order. Everything about the placement, meaning example Aries in the second house, or everything about the placement Jupiter in Aries, for example. So the first house, the opposition for the first house, which is ruled by Aries, is the seventh house, ruled by Libra. House of the self, house of I. Who am I is answered. Is answered by the first house, but also because the first house is also the ascending, I also add to that. What am I to the world? Who am I to the world? Is also answered by the first house. Best planets in the first house is the Sun, Jupiter, or Venus. Representation of the body we're born with. Representation of the body we're born with. You can tell a lot about your features due to your first house. Like my first house is in my rising or my ascending is in Leo, so I have facially a lot of Leo features. Goals, manifested projects, ideas, perspectives will be taken through the form of your first house. Like, in other words, your ascendant, how you see it, how you make the world see it per se. So I make a lot of stuff. I like a lot of stuff seen through a Leo's perspective. Um, Understood the debt we must pay. Um, it makes us understand the debt we must pay, tasks we must repay while in this body, and yeah. I can get too deep into that, but ascendant sign is pointed in the sign. Let me just get a little deep into that. So basically, how you have to take care of your body, what you have to do, who, what, when, where, and why, and that you must pay, meaning how you deposit, meaning feel good, and how you withdraw, meaning how you feel negative, based on what's in your first house or your ascending sign. So if let's say your rising's in Leo, how you feel withdrawn is when you feel is in Leo. So let's say you feel small when you feel withdrawn, when people make you feel small. You feel deposited into when somebody makes you feel big, like the sun. That's general, but that's what I'm saying in this video. Ascendant sign is pointed out in the sign. Ascendant sign is pointed out in this sign, in the first house, or Aries. A personality to the world is the ascendant sign. Astrological mask is your ascendant sign, meaning again who you are to the world, what you look like to the world, what you do for the world, or the lantern of your personality. And how I explain that is you have the lantern, which is the first house, and then you have the other houses, this would be the light post, I would say, and then you have the other houses that follow the light of this sign. And also you read the astrological mask, meaning when they first meet you, what do you appear at? So I appear very Leo-like, and also very earthy, but very Leo-like when you first meet me. So that's the first sign. So the first sign that's in Aries. What the fuck is an Aries? If you want to learn more about the Aries, you can go to bit.ly/astrology forum and book your session online, just like that. But bit.ly/astrology forum, and click the link in my bio on Instagram or the link below on my YouTube channel. Peace.